here and welcome back some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I think it's time for the trial. I'm really not sure. The repository, where the frick is that? Repository. Over here? Okay, good. Ah, frick, I hit the mic. Of course I hit the microphone. You know, it was frickin', of course I did. Also, something's making me think that this did not save. I could be completely wrong. You know, I could. I hope I'm completely wrong. But I don't think I am. So. Fumi and Taka.
So then.
Well then, let's get started.
I knew it.
They were killed using similar weapons. Oh yeah, they were. So, hello.
I see.
Makoto, I found something.
Hey.
You did? Remember that wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? You did? Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? Yes. No, that's not it. Anyway, you said he had a watch?
So then.
Take a look. It's broken. You see the hands aren't moving, right? It most likely broke when he had this encounter with the assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
Right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that before? Yeah, shut up.
In other words.
So if it worked at 10 last night, it wouldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. I mean, it must have happened at 6 this morning. Yep.
However.
Let's all look at Taka's left hand. Appears to be gripping something.
Makoto.
Can you try to pry it out? Rigor mortis has always set in. Boys better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. Yep. The object. It's a piece of paper. Was that all he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. Still scrap of paper.
Is that right?
I wonder about that.
So then.
I'll check Fumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues on his own. Okay, hello. Yep, maybe I just need to talk to, you know, Kyoko. Kyoko! No, they're spotless. Yeah, I need to talk to Kyoko. So,
Indeed.
Did you find anything? I did, more than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A wad of paper.
That's right.
Fumi had it hidden on him. Hidden.
Indeed.
Stuffed in his pants. So I can only assume he'd written it on purpose, you see. Pants! Wait, so he...
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. I don't know that I also do... Oh, wait, that could be a reference to something, but I'm not quite sure. Anyway, let's look at a piece of paper. Makoto, open it up. A note. Found this hall. Marker will find out, so don't tell anyone for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
So...
Sounds very familiar. It's the same thing Hiro said.
However...
We're saying the truth. Although it's not exactly the same, is it? I thought such a weird note on my door. Here's what it said. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find it. So don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Time is different. Hiro told us to meet in 1 a.m., but this note said 6 a.m.
Is that right?
Well, just because Fumi had the note, doesn't it mean it was meant for him? Huh?
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. There's some meaning to be part of it ripped off. So could explain it a little more. Think carefully. Why would he have been clutching on scrap paper so tightly?
Then.
What if it was just scrap paper? What if there was something more important? And how would something so important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to know.
Hey.
While you're at it, I should tell you one other thing. 2 victims definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So handbooks had nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. There was reasoning, yep. Saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right?
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think of all of about them at all, I wouldn't have gone on my way to mention it. All I said is that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may be some point, however, where my handbook may play a role. Yeah, okay. Kyoko, I trust Kyoko with my life. Ding dong bing bong, okay.
It's time. Come on. Are you excited? Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
Woohoo! You know I am.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death.
Let's go!
And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Make your way to the red door
Let's
on the
go.
first floor of the school.
See you soon. Let's go.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but
Shall we go?
we better get going. You better get stupid. Get roasted. Guys had to check a thingy. Okay. It's Monokuma time. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm ready. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Yep.
Monokuma appears!
Hello, hello, hello. He multiplied.
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way cause of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which is the real Monokuma?
Whew.
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy,
You're not
the
playing
frown.
along.
Stop talking.
I'm not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I want to play with you.
Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train. Elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we? Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away here or you're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already, I didn't do it for serious.
Hmm.
That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then we have our culprit.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first, then the real story can begin. Yeah, good idea. I have to do it. Yep. I'm ready! I've seen enough corpses today to understand that this isn't the last one we're gonna be doing, huh? I just like doing the Monokuma voice a lot. What if this entire video I just do the Monokuma voice? I think I can do this. I'm prepared, I'm statured, and I am ready. Ready for the Monokuma takedown! I'm excited. Oh. The cruel fate of whatever the hell this is. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I just realize how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax, huh?
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute. You are Monokuma, I agree.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and let them begin the trial. Don't rush me, of course we're gonna start it. I would never say stay tuned for this action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Two of your side seats. It is ready. It is time for deception, for lies, and for the class trial. I'm practicing my voices. Okay, let's go. Set skills. A melodious voice. Increase damage. Oh, I can set them all. Okay, that's nice. Open e-handbook. Okay, finish preparations. Time for the class trial. All right.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, if you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment.
Woohoo.
But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Woohoo.
Now, Now then.
We already know who did it.
Was that?
What is that? What is that?
It
What's
was
that?
Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
Yeah, I was about to say,
I
like,
am
who is
sorry
she
to
calling
say,
murderer?
Hiro, but we do have evidence.
Yes, but not enough,
Blueprint
huh?
for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
It is.
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know!
It doesn't seem as if he knows. Maybe you should calm him down. In hell. Have to make that clear. I already forgot the controls. Yasuhiro. Who the frick is Yasuhiro? Oh.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the...
What the frick? I forgot how to slow it down.
It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room.
Oh, frick.
Shoot!
What the cunt, frick.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are...
Boom! I don't know how that was a contradiction, but okay. I don't even know who Yasuhiro is. I don't remember names.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying
no,
to
I hit
change
the
my
microphone.
handwriting
Frickin'
anyway.
god dang it.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
Hiro's
And
not
he's
culprit.
not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent
I
as
wish
well.
there weren't voices so I could completely just
Then
read
who
this.
was in that Robo-Justice suit?
He,
Is it like Hiro said?
frick.
Was there
I have
really
something
someone
in my eye
running
and I
around?
think
The
I keep hitting the
suspicious
microphone and I hate it.
individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto.
So?
Who's Hiro?
I got it! Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he
Yeah.
was the one in that particular suit. And we never...
Then there can be no doubt.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
No.
All things have a proper order.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka. It would seem,
Oh, I know.
Makoto,
There's Dolly,
I got it!
obviously. Two things that were you. Oh, two things. Blue tarp?
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with
So,
the attitude?
let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp. It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room.
Yep.
So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing.
Yep.
I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
Yep.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository,
Yep.
so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Are you absolutely positive that dolly was made specifically for moving? It would be very strange indeed. Is it not possible?
She's raised an objection.
There is no shame in being wrong. We have all accepted.
New element. God dang it, what is it? Reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient. Up on the screen, your ammo count. Just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be able to handle them. Cost you one... No, it'll cost you one bullet. Once you run out of bullets... Oh, I see. Okay. I don't want to read all of that.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
What is happening?
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable
What is happening?
Wretch. You miserable wretch.
What just happened? Yeah, and then they're just gonna vote me, right? Yeah.
I refuse to give up yet.
That game is so confusing. No. That game. Okay, I hate that I have to multitask like that. It's very hard. Okay. Lock on right mouse.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere.
Final strike.
I cannot agree.
This should
Bang! Okay, I understand the game now. The entire time I never understood what that game was.
If
I
you're
understand
asking
it
for
now.
proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
I understand it completely now.
When I
I
found the
understand
dolly
how
in
to
the
play that game
repository,
now.
one of the wheels
That
had a
took
blood stain on
freaking
it.
so long to understand. But I get it
There was
now.
a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident.
I'm just
as they
thinking,
wheeled
like,
the
that
body
game,
out of
it
the
took me
room.
so long to understand. I understand now. I hate
And
when
as
I
the
can't
blood dried
see
on the tire,
pattern.
They moved the body
When I
into the
can't see it,
repository.
I just get stressed. And I
So
start
there's
panicking.
my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
God, so I'm gonna check my recording. Okay, recording's going perfectly fine. Let's go.
Well, anyway,
Yep.
that was just something we had to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
The subject of how. What kind of.
I'm not sure that.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Because it's too wonky to
If
move
you look
around.
back on how the body was transported, it will become
What do you mean by that? Robo Justice costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
No. Wait, that's not.
And from there,
The body was. Yeah. The culprit wrapped the body, then loaded it onto the dolly and.
now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't.
Well, yeah. All you'd have to do is bend over. Then you could push
No.
the dolly up. So the killer and
Get back
If you
here.
accept, then you must realize that who. Sorry, I don't think I.
Understand,
As we
I
know,
understand
from
what
there.
I am
Yeah.
doing.
The then loaded it onto the.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't.
Well, yeah. But even without a hand, all you'd have to do is bend
Bend over, but he can't.
No, that's wrong.
You can't bend over.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said
Yeah,
when we were
you
all
can't
checking out the
do
suit
that.
together.
Yeah, you can't say anything. You can't bend. Yep.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well,
It is.
What? When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that,
Yeah.
if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about.
Well, I mean,
Yep. There's no chance. What's done? You can't. What? You've already taken it off. Oh yeah.
Shoot!
Looks like I embarrassed myself. Yeah, I didn't think. Am I dead? Okay, now they're gonna choose me. Which makes no sense. There's like, yeah, Makoto, see, Makoto, you look like an idiot.
I refuse to give up
see,
yet.
Makoto, you are an idiot, therefore we're going to vote you off now. Even though we have no
You're
evidence.
absolute, but if you were wearing... Think back to what
What do
you
you
said when
mean?
we were...
No, I don't want to press that.
When... Am I right?
now,
It seems.
well,
When
Yeah.
you can't even...
yeah, it'd be totally impossible.
On top of that, it's very.
Well, I
Yep.
I got it!
There we go.
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you...
Yeah. Yeah. Looks pretty sturdy.
That's.
then
Of course, if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
so it's
To be clear, whoever did.
no.
Yep. No. Shut up.
You all got a good look at it. If whoever was in that suit, Besides,
That guy hit me. Report justice.
so long as the individual inside this...
Yeah.
It's still far too. Besides, there's no. Before we
Yeah,
run, instead
I
of
still
seizing
can.
on one viewpoint, the truth.
Perhaps, but where do
Let's review the.
I don't
Yeah, what a
All right, I
pain.
suppose the four of us gathered together in the dining hall. We waited there for quite a while. That was around.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after. I know it was an hour.
Yep.
That was when we, as it turned, it also soon.
Yep.
We were soon joined and he was injured, but not long after leaving.
I saw Shadow.
When Celeste told us that, and soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the...
Yep. Celeste, what's wrong? That was rather intense. Yep.
and then
Yeah. Came from downstairs. Ifumi, no.
at that Celeste, while Sakura, yup,
Yep.
when we got back to the nurse's office, and that's when we heard the...
Yep.
I left Celeste and Hina.
Yep.
We must have, because we heard the same announcement.
Yeah, you were saying that.
And that, then the three of us, but right after we ran in,
we ran into Celeste. And the body is big.
we rushed.
Then we were.
Yep.
But when next thing we knew, and after.
Celeste and Which is where we...
I think that about.
It
Yep.
certainly seems.
Okay, well,
Rather than a single. And from there. Now then, let's get.
Yep. Contradiction. Oh boy, we're doing a thing now. Make your argument. What's in the third Monokuma file?
I wonder if he died before he, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi, while Taka's death...
I don't know what's in the third
So
Monokuma
it's
file.
obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder
No,
if
it's
he
not-
died before Hifumi, or perhaps.
Okay, what is the... Okay, third Monokuma. The victims. Wait, no, come back. Okay, the victims were them. The cause of death was blow to the head. They're killed with a similar weapon.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death...
See? So it's obvious Taka came...
So,
I wonder if he... Or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were
Technically,
killed
frick.
Shoot.
Technically, we don't.
in. So, I wonder if he... Or perhaps
Do
it was...
we?
We already know what order Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Wait, what? But that's... I don't...
Shoot.
That's... But there's only...
So,
Two.
I wonder if he... Or perhaps it was... We
Um.
already know what order Taka came last
What makes you say?
because of the numbering of the...
It's true that Hifumi, while Taka's death...
See? So it's obvious Taka
Oh,
came...
that means I need to make a new gun bullet thingy. Loading truth bullets. Move the mouse up and wheel to select one.
so, regarding.
Or perhaps it was...
Not
We
quite sure
already
what you
know
want
what
from
order
me.
they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the...
It's true that Hifumi was...
I don't quite know what you want from me. Fast forward, weak spots. Yeah.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Is it really in that
I
order?
wonder if he, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in.
Shoot!
I really don't know what you want. I've done it. What?